CMAS Board of Directors decided in February 2011 that Hungary can organize the 16th Finn Swimming World Championship. Place Hódmezővásárhely, southern Hungary. The second CMAS World Games, including the Finn Swimming World Championship, were to be held in Nevia and the Isle of San Andreas in Colombia. As contractual obligations weren't met by the host country, the games were cancelled by CMAS. It became open again to apply for organizing the World Championships. The Hungarian Divers Federation handed in its application for the Finn swimming discipline, and this time, after the 2009 unsuccessful try, it won the possibility of hosting the World Championship.
Well, we got the possibility in February and we had 5.5 months to prepare for this World Championship. We put together an organizing committee of 18 people. We got about 180 people, judges, volunteers and other organizers, and I think that by this time, at the beginning of the championship, we managed to put everything so much together that we hope that there will be a successful championship and everybody would be happy. 35 nations reported for the championship. The World Underwater Federation, CMAS, accepted 31 countries, and we think that it would be a very, very competitive World Championship. We hope that some world records would be broken, and also as the Hungarian Federation we think that some medals would be won by our athletes. Also we think that the medals would be evenly, justly distributed between the 31 competing nations, and we are looking forward to welcoming all the swimming teams here in Hungary.
Hódmezővásárhely lies in the southeastern part of the Hungarian Great Plain. It is situated about 180 kilometers from Budapest, the capital city of the country. Cultural roots and traditions of Hódmezővásárhely are well known. The town of 48,000 inhabitants has the second largest administrative area, and it is a significant educational, economic, cultural and art center of the region. The center of the city, Kossuth Square, was converted into a park, so it is a favorite relaxation spot. This square gave the perfect setting for the World Championship opening ceremony. Dr. János Lázár, mayor of Hódmezővásárhely and member of the parliament, Achille Ferrero, the president of World Underwater Federation, Dr. Iván Nyíri, president of the Hungarian Divers Federation, vice president of CMAS, Mr. Alessandro Cerbi, secretary general of CMAS, and Dr. György Gémesi, president of the National Sport Association, vice president of the Hungarian Olympic Committee, were the guests of honor and speakers of the event. The visual part of the opening was followed by a reception of Mayor Dr. Lázár for the team leaders at the town hall. The politically disturbed and civil war-torn Libya had a participating team as well. They had all their activities under the traditional Libyan tricolor flag. They were the guests of the organizing federation.
The main reason we are here now is to show the real world what Libya is. We came here in peace. We want sport. We want freedom. We want the freedom of speech. That's what we want. We're not bad people or some people who want war. We want peace. We want the sport. We want the future. We would like to thank the Hungarian Association, Mr. Ivan. He helped us a lot.
So it looks like a World Championship like this is a good opportunity for you as well to show yourself.
Yes, it is. I've been practicing for 1 month, so it's not enough to compete in here. But in the future, I will compete to show what the real Libya, what the real me.
Right on the first day of the competition, a world record was broken by the 24-year-old Chinese star Liu Hiao. This way, she is the fastest swimmer on 400 meters fin swimming, as she has beaten the earlier world record, which was set at St. Petersburg in 2009 by the Russian swimmer Vasilia Kravchuk with 3 minutes 13.65 seconds. Liu's time in the finals was 3 minutes 12.9 seconds.
I feel very happy because I won gold medal. I think Hungary is a very beautiful country and it is a very nice city. It was very hard to win this gold. I had to train and race really hard for this.
The 24-year-old Chinese athlete was a swimmer 8 years ago before she started using the fins. And as her coach proudly said, she trains very hard every day.
No, I can't think of anything else, but of that I am very happy world champion.
Liu won another event, the 800-meter fin swimming. Public didn't have to wait long for another world record. After Liu's record, the next one was the men's 4x200-meter service relay. The Italian team won the gold medal with a new world record. Team members were Cesare Fumarola, Andrea Nava, Julio Tugnoli and the swimming legend Stefano Figini. The previous record was held by the Italian national team as well, and it was set also in Hungary in 2008 in Eger, improved by 4 seconds at Hódmezővásárhely.
I want to try this distance, but program is not the best. Probably I can win with easy 400, but I can concentrate in 800 the day after. I think that you be a good athlete also when you're young, and but at 22 years you are ready to do a good race. You begin a good athlete when you do many races, and you can be ready for all.
There were 2 other world champions celebrated on the first day. In the women's 50-meter apnea, Zhu Baozhen won before the French Camille Heitz and the Russian Anna Baer. The Russian Pavel Kabanyov was the one who could stand on the top of the podium in the men's 100-meter diving. Kim Tae-kyun from South Korea was a silver medalist, and Mauricio Fernandez from Colombia won the bronze medal with a new American record. The second day began with an exciting morning. Because of the men's 800-meter immersion was a direct final, the best time in the 3 heats won. Cheng Qi from China won this event. The Hungarian-Danish Konyo was a second, and the third was also a Hungarian, Szilárd Wilhelm. In the men's 50-meter surface event, the Russian Pavel Kabanyov was the first to touch the end of the pool before the Colombian Mauricio Fernandez and the Italian Cesare Fumarola.
I was training for it, I was expecting it. I did everything in my life just to become a world champion, and I'm very glad for it to happen. In my opinion, the most important thing is training, and of course that will succeed. And that made me win a gold medal. I think the only reason to be on top is the will of a sportsman, to win the goals, to set the goals, and to do everything to achieve them. First of all, I want to thank for my coach. Adrenaline gives me strength to reach limits, and it helps me to be victorious. Without it, you won't achieve anything.
It feels great. I have been living in Europe since January, so I think I have been done a great work with my trainer, so I am just really happy. Sometimes training is not enough, sometimes there are a lot of conditions, there are a lot of things that you have to think about when you go to a competition. So it's not only if you're local, if you have to travel, there's a lot of things. I have been swimming with all my strength, I have been swimming with all I had, so I am just happy of the achievement.
Then, Kabanyov's fellow countryman Alexander Ivanets came in as a winner, who harvested a gold medal in 50-meter biffin with a new world record of 19.35 seconds. The former record holder Andrej Broda from the Czech Republic was a silver medalist this time, while Matyas Senes from Hungary won the bronze. The next event was the men's 1,500 meter surface fin swimming. Stefano Figini, the actual world champion and the already world record holder in the 4x200 relay, won the silver medal, and the Ukrainian Alexander Odinokov was the one who could step on the top of the podium, while the Russian Alexei Shafigulin finished in the third place. The Russians cashed in victory in the women's 200 meter surface fin swimming as well. Valeria Baranovskaya won the gold medal, Vasilia Kravchuk was the third, both from Russia. The silver medalist was Akram Yeon from South Korea. Then the host country had reason to strongly celebrate. The junior European champion Petra Shennansky beat her just 2 weeks old world record in 200 meter biffin, ahead of the Russian Medaya Zalakishvili and the also Hungarian Lila Stier.
Now every of my dreams came true. I think this is my best year ever. It's going to be difficult to surpass it, because in the Junior European Championship I won. I set up a new world record, and we came to this competition with the goal to give everything I have left, and we will see for what is enough. But it's looked like I managed to improve my time, and I could keep my top condition. Now my goal is to keep practicing next to my studies. I really love swimming, and I don't want to quit on the top. I am going to continue the trainings, which will be more complicated because I am preparing for the school leaving exam as well. Many people used to say that my highness is the reason for everything. I only jump in and almost reach the other wall, but it is not that easy. I participate in international competitions for 4 years now, and it is also really tiring to always visit the training. No miss a lot, so it is hard, but I love doing it, and that motivates me.
Shennansky's world record was soon followed by the 6th world record broken. Max Lausius set up the new record in 400 meter surface fin swimming. The former record holder Stefano Figini this time got a silver medal, and the Russian Yevgeny Smirnov got a bronze.
At the last turn, at 350, I saw that I was very close before Stefano Figini, so I mobilized, or I swam everything I could, the last 50, and then I finished the race, watched at the board, and at the first moment I couldn't believe it. World record, so it was unexpected for everyone, for me too. So I can't believe it until now, really.
On the third day of the championship, 5 more world champions were inaugurated: in ladies 800 meter fin swimming, in 100 meter immersion, in men's 100 meter biffin and fin swimming, as well as in 400 meter immersion. Huan Xiaoxu from China was the one who won the 100 meter immersion, closely followed by Bao Zhenzhu from China as well, and the third place was taken by Margarita Artyoshenko from Russia. The following was the order for the men's 100 meter fin swimming: Kabanyov, Nava and Fumarola. In 100 meter biffin, Ivanets won the gold medal and he set a new world record. Rampadze was the second and Gavrilov was the third.
The result was expected because I was preparing 100 and 200 meters distances, but the 50 meter distance was a bit different. I didn't prepare that much, but anyway the result was quite expected. I was working very much, and this year was sure the best for me. I was winning all the competitions through the whole year, so this is why I think I could expect it.
So this is the secret, just train?
You should train, train and train again.
In 400 meters immersion, the host country had a reason to celebrate. Their multiple title holder Danish Kanyo won the race with a new world record and a 15-minute disqualification for jumping out of the pool through the start stone. Based on CMAS rules governing fin swimming championships, his team leader presented a successful protest that was accepted and honored by the chief judge and the president of the Fin Swimming Commission. Finally, Kanyo was rightly awarded the gold medal and the world champion's title.
There was a long 20 minutes, but after the race, that seems I has been disqualified. And after I get the news that I take the gold medal really, and my world record is alive.
so I was really happy. We prepare about the classic swimming Hungarian method. It's three macrocyclic method. We develop one ability after the second macrocyclic. We develop another, and the last 3 months we prepare only for the competition. My first love in my life is this sport, fin swimming. So I training, I swim only for joining this wonderful sport.
Kabanyov was the first who won a gold medal at the second day of August in 50 meter at Nia with a world record, followed by two Koreans, Lee and Kim. Then came the other ace of the championship, Figini from Italy, and he won the men's 800-meter surface fin swimming event with another world record. The Ukrainian Odinakov could stand only on the second step of the podium, and the German Lauschus was the third. In the women's 100-meter surface fin swimming, the order was Artyushenko, Heitz and Young, while in Biffin, Vitalina Simonova, who has set yet another world record in the heats, winning the event with the already 13th world record. Second was Zavakishvili, the third was Shanansky. In the women's 400-meter immersion, Liu was victorious, followed by Xu and Shin. The Russian team dominated the women's 4x200-meter relay. The Ukrainian team finished second, and the third was Italy. The closing day of pool events started with the inauguration of a plaque at the Gyarmati Dezső swimming pool to commemorate first ever world record and the first Hungarian world record achieved at the pool. The two celebrated record holders, the Chinese Liu Xiao and Petra Shanansky, together with Ferenc Fekete, sport councillor of the municipality of Hódmezővásárhely, unveiled the plaque. Direct finals took place in the women's 800-meter immersion, where Liu took the top of the podium. Xu became the second and the German Pilz the third. The 50-meter final started with surface fin swimming, where Xu was awarded with the gold medal. The silver medal went to Liang, and the bronze was given to Artyushenko. Simonova, Zavakishvili, Fusco was the order in 50-meter Biffin. Spectators were hoping for a new world record in the 1,500-meter. Liu satisfied the expectations, and the 14th world record was born. The Ukrainians, Trofimets and Godovana, were the second and the third. There's a question before the men's 200-meter surface fin swimming. Can Figini swim another world record? The Italian star answered that question in the pool with a strong yes, producing the 15th world record of the championship. Fumarola and Lauschus were the second and the third.
I'm an athlete. I do every passage of my life, every years. I improve every result, every race. In World Games in 20 and 13 in Cali, I try the 200 and 400. Is the next event, maybe the last. I don't know.
Ivanets became the best in 200-meter Biffin, and for an extra he has set up his second world record, 16th in a row, of the 16th Fin Swimming World Championship, just to please all those viewers who followed events through the CMAS website real-time online transmission in 87 countries. Gavrilov and Yatsenko were the second and the third. The two 4x100-meter relay brought tremendous excitement. The final order in the women's event was China, Russia and Ukraine. At the men's event, Russia won yet with another, the 17th world record, followed by the great Italian and Greek teams. The closing goulash party was a memorable closing of the 5-day pool competition. The disco and party of about 800 athletes, volunteers, judges, organizers and youngsters from all over the town lasted into the early hours of the next day without the slightest disturbancy. The latter leaving another memorable piece of CMAS sportsmanship and high standards of self-control and conduct. The World Championship didn't end, of course, with the Giga Party, just the place has changed and some participants. The long-distance races were organized at Mogy Ér, an offshoot of the Tisza River, in the waters of the Canoe Sprint World Championship. The long-distance race started with the 4x3,000 meter relay. In the women's event, the Russian team could take the top of the podium, the second was the Ukrainian team, and the German team finished in the third place. At the men's event, the Russian team was successful as well. The Italian team had the silver and the German had the bronze medal. On the following day, the competitors had to swim the 6,000 meters distance. Roman Malechin from Russia was the first who reached the finish line. The second one was also a Russian athlete, Alexei Shafigulin, and the third one was David Decea from Italy.
It's very good to feel that I'm a world champion after so much work. I was able to swim the same time in each lap. That's because I train 2 or 3 times a day. I know perfectly when I'm inside my time, which I was named to the competition, and it wasn't very difficult to achieve this time. After so much training, I came here to take the gold medal, and that's why I was traveling such a long way to get the first place in the World Championship. I like Hungary. This is the third time I came here. I traveled a lot because I'm from the heart of Siberia, where is it now already cold. I think in the future more long-distance swimmers will appear, more countries going to participate, and it won't be easy to defend my title. I want to swim even longer distances, which are more interesting, and I hope that the fight in the water will be bigger and tougher.
The ladies couldn't break the Russian hegemony either. Marina Umerenko stood on the top of the podium, Ukrainian Yana Trofimets got the silver, and Russian Elena Osmolskaya won the bronze medal.
It's quite hard. You have 2 or 3 trainings a day, 6 to 12 kilometers per day, and it's a hard job to prepare yourself for the 6 kilometers. I am the world champ, but I wouldn't like to stop here, so I would be going on and training and maybe to become again world champion in other subjects as well. Of course, 6,000 I would to try again. I would go to the 3,000. I am going to try myself in 1.5 kilometers and also in the relay. The water was a bit cold and the visibility was also a bit bad, but otherwise it was alright.
The last day of the championship brought the longest and hardest discipline, the 20-kilometer swimming. Marina Voronia was the first lady to finish with a time of 3 hours 17 minutes 40.38 seconds. She was followed by Sofia Eremtkova and Tatiana Kransogo. In the men's race on the same distance, Christoph Öffner with a time of 3 hours 5 minutes 57.33 seconds took the gold. Simon Maleni was the second and Christian Huria was the third.
It was very tough. But it was the first time I ever swim this 20 kilometers. So my first aim was to finish this race, and yeah, I'm very happy. I think after the pool races I was very tired, and in the past I did a lot of cycle training over 3 hours so that I trained for this distance. The first hour was only swim, swim, swim. And then you have something to drink, and behind is your opponent, and you feel like a rabbit. So yeah, it was very tough.
The president of CMAS, Achille Ferraro, informed the press about CMAS's satisfaction with the World Championship, its results and its organization. He declared that from now on, this championship should serve as the ettalon of any future CMAS competition. The World Championship ended with a heartwarming closing ceremony.
È un'opinione estremamente positiva. Sappiamo le difficoltà dell'inizio.
We know the surroundings, the possibilities and the difficulties. We know that a very short time was available, only 5.5 months, to organize the World Championship. But it came as a pleasant surprise that despite the odds, everything was in its place, everything was all right, so we are after an excellent World Championship. The results are talking for themselves. There were 17 world records broken, but these records didn't simply happen. They came about through numerous heats and finals, including 2 new world records set simultaneously at the same time. There were athletes who broke 2 previous world records. By now, at the end of the competitions, it looks that way that this World Championship will get to the history of CMAS as one of the most successful and most competitive World Championships of all times.
Di basso profilo tecnico invece sono riusciti a conquistare. Anche questo è un grande successo.
Dr. Ivan Nyíri, President of the Hungarian Divers Federation, Vice President of CMAS, and Head of the Organizing Committee, expressed his team's full satisfaction with the results and the participation of the world's 31 best national fin swimming selections. He declared the championship a great 8-day celebration of the world underwater sport, where Hungary and the Hungarian Divers Federation had played a catalytic role.
Well, first of all, we are very happy that we were able to organize the Fin Swimming World Championship 2011. As I said in my opening speech, we are very grateful to the Colombians, to the Colombian Federation, that they gave us the chance to organize this World Championship. In return, we would be there strongly in 2013 on the World Games in Cali. And we think that all the 31 countries who participated on this championship can be satisfied because their athletes performed very well. The medals went to a great number of countries. Of course, our Russian friends took a lot of gold medals. They came with a very, very strong team. But this was also good that other nations, other teams could learn from the Russian swimmers. Endurance, performance and the quality of work which they did before coming to Hungary. Everyone who is watching this film of the Confédération Mondiale des Activités Subaquatiques, the World Underwater Federation, should know that the people of Hódmezővásárhely, the unpronounceable name for foreigners, as I am always saying, Hódmezővásárhely, which in English means Castor Field Marketplace. So the 47,000 people of this city would be remembering this championship, that once upon a time there was a championship. Well, looking at other sports, we can always fine-tune and we can always do better than the previous ones. So we can improve the techniques, we can improve the training, we can improve the psychological performance and psychological preparedness. So I think the swimming would go a long way, and hopefully one day it will become an Olympic sport.